Why do you suddenly doubt yourself the moment it matters? You know the answer. You've rehearsed what to say. But when the meeting goes quiet and everyone looks at you, your brain whispers, maybe I'm wrong. So you wait. 10 seconds later, someone else says almost the same thing, and everyone agrees. That moment can feel like proof that they're more confident, more capable, or simply built for situations like this. But self-doubt isn't always an accurate measure of your ability. Often, it's predicting what could go wrong based on incomplete evidence. And here's the trap. Waiting until you feel confident can keep your brain from receiving the very evidence that builds confidence. In the next few minutes, you'll see how that loop works and learn a 3-step way to give your brain better information. The confidence trap. When doubt appears, most of us try to remove the feeling before we act. We rehearse one more time, rewrite the email again, watch another tutorial, wait for a better moment. Maybe we give ourselves a quick speech in the bathroom mirror. Come on, be confident. Preparation can help. Encouragement can help. The trouble begins when confidence becomes an entry requirement. Now, the rule sounds like this. I'll speak when I feel ready. I'll apply when I feel qualified. I'll publish when I know it's good. Self-doubt loves that rule because it can keep moving the definition of ready. One more revision becomes 3. One more day becomes next month. More preparation feels productive. Yet sometimes it only makes the waiting look responsible. Here's the distinction that changes everything. Feeling more prepared and collecting new evidence aren't always the same thing. Why avoidance feels safe. Imagine staying quiet in that Monday meeting. The moment passes and your body relaxes. That relief feels like a small reward. You escaped the risk of sounding awkward. You avoided the possibility of being corrected. Your brain may quietly connect those two events. I stayed quiet, and that kept me safe. That's why avoidance can become so convincing. It helps immediately. But the relief comes with a hidden cost. Your brain never learns whether the question might have helped, whether someone else had the same concern, or whether you could have recovered from an imperfect sentence. The same pattern appears when you leave a job application unfinished, edit a video for weeks without publishing it, or decline an invitation while waiting to feel more social. The old prediction survives not because reality proved it correct, but because reality never got a chance to test it. And that's how one untested prediction can start to look like a personality trait. You stop saying, I felt uncertain in that moment. You start saying, I'm just not a confident person. When doubt steals attention. There's a useful idea in psychology called self-efficacy, your belief in your ability to handle a specific task. A meta-analysis of 114 studies involving more than 21,000 people found a moderate positive relationship between task-specific self-efficacy and work performance. That finding doesn't mean confidence magically creates skill. It suggests that what you believe you can handle is meaningfully connected to how you approach and perform the task. Pressure can also redirect attention. In a study of 70 expert athletes, attention often shifted toward worries and away from the mechanics of the skill during high-pressure competition. A team meeting isn't a championship game, but the attention shift may feel familiar. You begin explaining an idea. Then you notice everyone watching. Part of your attention leaves the idea and starts monitoring your performance. Am I talking too fast? What should I do with my hands? Did that sentence sound stupid? Your brain now has less attention available for the thing you actually wanted to say. Then, if you stumble, the stumble looks like proof that the original prediction was right. The prediction has started influencing the performance it was supposed to predict. That cycle can continue for years unless your brain receives a different kind of evidence. The 3-step reset. Step 1. Name the prediction. Instead of saying, I'm terrible at speaking, try. My brain is predicting that I'll lose my train of thought and look unprepared. Instead of saying, I'm not good enough for that job, try. My brain is predicting that rejection would prove I'm unqualified. This isn't positive thinking. You aren't forcing yourself to believe everything's going to work perfectly. You're separating a prediction from a fact. Step 2. Run a smaller test. Your next move doesn't need to be heroic. It only needs to produce useful information. Instead of delivering a 5-minute speech, ask one clear question. Instead of sending the full proposal, share a brief outline and ask for feedback. Instead of making the perfect video, record the first 30 seconds. Instead of trying to charm an entire room, begin one short conversation. The goal isn't to prove that nothing can go wrong. The goal is to learn what actually happens and what you can handle when the moment feels imperfect. Step 3. Keep the receipt. After the test, answer 3 questions. What actually happened? What did I handle better than expected? What would I adjust next time? Confidence needs receipts. Your brain can't learn much from evidence you instantly dismiss. Maybe your voice shook, but you still finished the question. Maybe your application was rejected, but you learned that you could handle the disappointment. Maybe the first video underperformed, but publishing it showed you what to improve next time. A useful receipt isn't proof that every outcome turns out well. It's proof that your original prediction was incomplete. You aren't trying to prove your brain completely wrong. You're helping it become more accurate. A different ending. Now return to that meeting. This time, you don't wait for the doubt to disappear. You name the prediction. My brain is predicting that everyone will think this question is obvious. Then you shrink the test. No 5-minute speech, just one clear question. Maybe the room doesn't applaud. Maybe your voice sounds slightly nervous, but someone answers. Another person adds a detail. The meeting moves forward. Afterward, you keep the receipt. I felt nervous, I still asked. Nothing catastrophic happened. Next time, I'll speak a little earlier. One question probably won't transform your confidence overnight, but it gives your brain something avoidance never could. New information. You didn't defeat doubt. You gave your brain better evidence. Your 2-minute test. Self-doubt may still speak before an important moment. Now you know what it may be. A prediction built from limited evidence, not a final verdict on your ability. Waiting to feel confident can keep that prediction alive. Small actions give your brain a chance to update it. Name the prediction. Run a smaller test. Keep the receipt. Sometime in the next 24 hours, choose one thing you've been avoiding and shrink it into a 2-minute test. Ask one question. Send the outline. Record the opening. Start the conversation. Then come back and share 2 things in the comments. What did your brain predict and what actually happened? If you want more simple brain habits for quiet confidence, subscribe. You don't always need confidence before you act. Sometimes action is how your brain learns confidence.